Welcome guys, back again to the new video. I want to react to Morepegasus. But first I want to give you a little bit of heads up. What I do as a hobby and as a little bit of work, I'm doing this for more than 20 years. And it's the FCE IGP trainings. And what it calls is like we train dogs for sport. And we train them very humanely, and we train them to be the best that they can be in 3 categories. That's like seeking, tracking certain objects, and find the trail of somebody that had walked there. And we do obedience. Obedience is like retrieving stuff, doing certain type of sits and laying downs, and we send them back to a certain place on the field. And we got protection, that is basically, yeah, they need to bite somebody on command, need to let go on command, and need to protect the owner from this hostile person that you can see it right here. Yeah, they need to protect and they bite. And this is a great example. Like we have, this is also what I do, but that's not me. But this is basically what we do with our job. We train dogs that is perfectly trained for doing sport, and it's like big events, and it's like most of the time it's like 100 people participate at this tournaments. And yeah, it's pretty great and it's really fun. And yeah, we don't use very extensive materials to get our dogs to be obedient. And I've been doing this for more than 20 years. I have my own multiple dogs throughout my lifetime. I'm training currently 2 dogs of my own, a Border Collie and a German Shepherd. And not used anything like what we're going to discuss today with Morepegasus video, shock collars and all that kind of stuff. And I am also a licensed dog therapist. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Let's go.
Welcome back to a series so charged, even Raichu subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is now changing his story again.
So we're going to talk about Hasan. I'm seeing a lot of clips from him, and he is a very, very bad dog owner. We can see his dog right here. It's, I think it's like a 1 or 2 year old dog. Her name is Kaya. Beautiful, beautiful specimen right here, to say that, not the least, because she's looking very, very cool. And it's a very cool dog. But what I think disturbing is, like, for a young dog, she's not very energetic. When I'm used to getting dogs that are young, they are very energetic. They are playful. They are seeking attention. They are doing stuff. They want to do something. They are very, what I say, energetic and liveful. She's not that.
And saying he was actually reaching for a dog gate button. The internet has found a clip of Hasan admitting he ties his dog to the bed to force her to stay there for hours and hours. A clip of Kaya attempting to drink water has surfaced, and Hasan is pissed. Internet detectives have found out what is on Hasan's table, and spoilers, it was the remote for the shock collar. As we thought all along, he's been caught red-handed. Asmongold has responded. Queen of Simps Pokimane is in massive drama after commenting on the Hasan dog situation. NPC streamer Valkyrie has responded to the backlash and backstabbed Asmongold for helping her. Subscribe to join the most epic series ever created, 100% guaranteed.
Let's up those numbers!
Quick recap, it starts with Hasan apparently
Yeah, let's dive into this. I'm very happy. I'm subscribed to Morepegasus. I like his channel. I like his work. I like what he does. But this issue comes close to my heart. So that's what I want to talk. I'm going to give Morepegasus a shout out, of course. Dude, you make amazing videos. I just want to react to this little part because I really think that, yeah, I just need to talk about it because it's not good.
toasting his dog.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Then the cover
Okay, that's a shock collar. That's a shock collar scream.
up begins. He starts by claiming her dew claw got stuck. Then he claims
Nope.
he reached for a Zin and not a remote.
What were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think? That's where all my fucking Zintins are.
Then he puts a tape on
If you look very close, you can see the tape right there, right? You can see the tape is right here because it's a different way. Also, what you can see if you look very closely, there's a lighting and a retriever lighting, right? If you have a vibrator, you don't have retrieving lighting because it's not like that. It's really, this is just typical. This is like a typical electric shock collar. What we call an e-training collar in the sport, but like those things are pretty much forbidden in a lot of countries, so we don't use them anymore. For like I think like 10 to 20 years ago, maybe people would use that, but we don't use them anymore because it doesn't work that well if you don't know how to use it at all. People just use it to use it, but like it's not needed at all. You can train a dog very positively and with little bit of stress. And these things are not that great for certain types of dog. If you have a high driven dog that's like ready to go for police work, sometimes those people will use them, and yeah, that's needed because the dogs are in very good mental state and they are very high drive. So yeah, but we're talking about a not working dog, so these things are not the solution at all.
The collar claims it's only for vibration. Then he says that shock collars are actually good and he owns one, but he only uses it on himself. Then he gets caught in
That's fucking weird.
about 10 other clips doing the exact same thing. Then the Hasan defense squad comes in to save his PR and completely fails. And that brings us to today. He's now changing his story for the 500th time. Hasan claims the reaching you see in clips is most likely him pushing a dog gate button on his desk, causing Kaya to perk up.
Guys that don't even know Kaya's name, coming in here saying abuser. I know. Can we just move on, please? Because the memes were funny in the first couple of days, but now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill, in the way that like anytime my fucking arm moves around or like I unlock the gate or some shit, like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already, when they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again. They are weird stalkers.
It's weird that you say like perk up because she didn't perk up. She was not happy with the reaction from something that she felt or heard. Like it shows shock collar behavior. Like come on, if I open the drawer for the biscuits, for the kibble, dude, my dogs will go up and they will be very happy. They will not scream in agony.
That are demonstrating their mental illness.
Right, so now it's a dog gate, guys. It's crazy
True,
that
yeah.
Hasan seems to have an item on his desk that metaphysically changes or something depending on the day, right? I mean, the excuses keep flowing. I just love how when you open the quote-unquote gate, the
Just look at the reaction of the dog, right? No tail wagging. The head is going down. It's like she makes herself small. She is not confident, so she cannot be happy for that. Like she is not enjoying that moment. So there need to be something that causes that. And what is that? Is it the placement? Is it the correction with the e-collar? Like, come on. If it is the placement, then you are training her wrong. If it's the e-collar, you're using excessive method to correct her. When a slight pull, a little pull on an what we call it is like a correction line. So you put like a little string around her neck. It's like a thing Caesar Milan uses that all the time. And you give the little tap, and then the dog goes like, "What is that?" And you go like, "Yeah, go to place," and then you encourage that behavior and reinforce that with positive engagement. So the dog will see it as a good place where she gets treats or she gets attention. When she sticks to the placement, like my dogs will stick in their crate. When the door is open, they will stick to the crate because they know that's their safe spot, that is their resting spot, that is their feeding spot. And if I walk around, they walk just behind me, and they walk around, and then when I sit down, they come to me, I give them a pet, and then they walk off back to their sitting place or to their place. They can walk around, so there's no problem. It's just training. It's just like basically puppy training. Like, come on.
The dog happens to yelp and cry, apparently as if it just got hurt, right? If it was actually a gate, why would it crawl back to the spot you have designated instead of, you know, getting ready to go out because you opened the gate apparently? I mean, it's honestly impressive the amount of lies this guy has tried, and he finds out the next day that it doesn't work, so he changes the story again and again and again. Now, he also said, can we just move on, please?
Nope.
No, dude, you are a piece of shit, and you deserve to lose your career. We are not going
To be clarified for this, that is his opinion. And I agree with that. If you are abusing your dog in a certain way, that is like causing the dog a lot of stress or pain or physical discomfort, yeah, you're a shitty person, man. I have no respect for you at all. Like, I think you're at the same level as pedos and all murderers and all those kind of people, because you are abusing an innocent animal that you bought. So you chose the animal to be abused then. So that is like, yeah, it's yeah, come on. I think yeah, you should lose everything if you do that, because I have no issue with you being deleted at all from the platform. No.
to let up. Kaya deserves a better owner who doesn't fucking thunderbolt her. Now, he also called us weirdo stalkers for exposing his literal lies. I mean, nobody would have to do this investigation if you were just upfront and honest. Like, Hasan is the type of guy to call detectives stalkers after they investigate a crime scene. Like, you have to do that, bro, because you're not being honest. We have to get to the bottom of this. Can we just move on, please? And we got the Clash Royale lightning spell. Unlock the gates of Olympus to rain lightning on his dog. Okay, now I believe him, guys. If it's those gates, he's probably telling the truth. Moving on to Hasan admitting he ties his dog to the bed to force her to stay there for hours and hours.
And also, one of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't, like, really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place.
That's fucking bullshit. If a dog with that kind of weight will lift up and pull on that leash, she will pull the bed, and that will encourage a lot of stress. So I don't know which dog training he talks about, because that's not how we will teach placing training. Like, we don't use it at all. We keep a leash on and we let it slide off to the side. We're not gonna tie it up or anything. When a dog moves out of place, we grab it, we encourage it back, and reinforce it positively with treats or with attention. So the dog will stick there because it feels their comfort, and it feels they're very happy to be there in that place. So I don't know what he's talking about, because it sounds to me like it's just negative way of training. So you are basically abusing your dog to stick to the spot, and that's not good.
For hours and hours on end.
That's also very bad, because if you let the dogs from a young age stick to one spot, laying down for a lot of hours, a dog will normally sleep to 10 hours a day. From a young age to I think it's like 10 to 14 hours a day when they are growing up, from 8 weeks to a year. They can sleep a long time. For cats, it's almost 18 hours. You can look it up on Google or ChatGPT. You can look it up. But they basically, some dogs will sleep a lot, but as they awake, they need to have some exercise, to move around. They need to extend their muscles to develop good growth habits for their body. So if you are saying when she's awake, you still need to stick around to that spot. You cannot move. You need to be laying down. You need to stick to that spot. You will have a dog that has like arthritis problems in the future because that is not developed.
Bro, hours and hours on end? Lock this guy up ASAP. What the heck is this? Bro, chain the dog to the bed like she's a prisoner. This is
Yeah.
diabolical, bro. He is a real life supervillain. I actually can't believe it. This is like a straight up admission. The amount of horrible shit we've actually seen now is just undeniable. And it just keeps getting worse. People keep finding more and more evidence. Lift the blockade and we got Israel Palestine. Now here we have a clip of Kaya attempting to muster up the courage to actually drink water.
Oh my
Desperately
God.
looking at Hasan repeatedly, asking if it's okay to just take a sip, and Hasan is just pissed off.
Why don't you just say the truth that Macron's wife is a pedophile? Because if you were to say
The dog is
nobody would
scared.
actually attack you because she actually is a
Like it's
pedophile.
weighing down, like
Instead
what
of
do I
doing
choose?
that,
Do I
you
choose the
had to go
punishment?
the extra
But I'm
step
so
and
thirsty. I need to
make
do
up some
something. I need to
insane
walk.
shit,
But I
you know?
can't because
No
I know
exit wound is a biggie though.
this is a big fact. You know, like there was like this back in the 1970. There was this project. They did some research on how much can you put the dog through to make it work. So what they did is like they had a ball with a slapping thing on it, right? So they put the ball with food in front of the dog. Every time the dog touches the ball, it gets a slap with a piece of, I think like a piece of paper or something. Gets a slap. Dog scares of it, doesn't want to eat. What happens after a certain amount of time? The dog stops eating, and it will never touch a bowl of food again because it is trained when it has that thing with food in it, that smell, that figure, that thing that it sees and knows will cause pain. It will, and the dog will not eat. The dog will starve itself out. That's how dogs work. When a dog knows that that doesn't work, they don't do it. That's why dogs are good to train, because if you put it around, when the dog does something very good, you positively train that way, and you praise that behavior, you get more positive reactions from the dog, and the dog will behave that way more and more and more as time goes on. So that's the other side of the story. You can do it positively or negative. I would choose positive because it is better for the dog's well-being, training, and its health and stress levels. But if you go the other way around, you cause like a dog that is always in discomfort, that's always tipping around his toes, not trying to exist as a dog. It loses, I think, a bit of his soul and its joy that a dog should have. A dog should, like, there's this always this quote, like, you can come home and the first thing that comes after you is the dog, because the dog is happy to see you. That's always happened. That's why they called the man's best friend, because they're always happy with their owner, with their friend. That's how a dog sees it.
Yes, there are inconsistent things with the Charlie Kirk assassination. There always will be. There always will be, like,
Look how
poking
she's.
holes in the official narrative, and the official narrative is
Look how she
murky, and
puts
I
her
don't
head. It's always
discount
below
that
the
at all.
shoulders.
It's just that if we're going to scrutinize the official narrative, we also need to scrutinize the counter narratives.
New information that maybe the public previously had not acknowledged or knew about, but a lot of the counter narratives are just like crazy. Like, oh, there's actually a separate hole in the ground, and like it was a Jewish tunnel that someone popped out of, or it's too far fetched for it to be potentially real. The principally Canada owns a politics and drama YouTuber who works celebrity news and true crime that primarily transphobic anti-Semitic narrative. She also denies the causes.
You're a part of at all. It's also a ridiculous statement to begin with, because, like, the Bolsheviks are goated, obviously.
You can see the dog is just.
and
It's so much.
what Christians were doing, what white Christians were doing to black
So
women
much
at
soulless.
the same time frame was not great, to say the least. Down.
Okay, no,
Oh, that's the first
whole thing
interaction?
because it's a super long.
Dude, that's the first thing you actually see the dog. It's sitting. It's not doing anything bad. It's just at his place like you wanted to, and the first thing you say is not like, yeah, come here, good boy or good girl or whatever. The first thing you say is like, down. Like, you piece of shit, you should be lying down always. Like, what? That's not how a dog should behave.
Clip, but man, that poor dog literally has to beg and plead for a sip of water while Hasan just ignores her, shows zero attention, and the only attention she actually gets is getting electrocuted, bro.
Yeah.
This is legitimately getting out of hand. The sheer amount of evidence of just constant
It's
mistreatment
only
and
negative
the way
attention
the dog reacts is just
that he
so
gives her.
sad, man. Like, this man is evil. You cannot convince me otherwise. The dog is so terrified of stepping off the cot to drink water, it's willing to dehydrate itself so Hasan can have his fluffy prop.
Yeah, that's true. Dog will not touch the. It will not do it. And if you train the dog like you put a lot of stress and discomfort in a certain behavior, the dog will not do that behavior. That's why if you have an aggressive dog, you do a correction training. You will get good results if you are meeting its level with corrections. So basically what it means is like when you are a pack leader in a dog pack, if you have like you look up wolves and that kind of stuff, they are very rough, very direct, and they correct only once. So they bring the message down. After that, it's all good. It's all done. But we as people and humans think we need to overcorrect a lot of times, and we have no patience. So we are doing it not correctly. So yeah, then you get like these results that the dog is not in a good state of mind and is fearful.
Don't understand why he doesn't buy a stuffed animal, dude. Here we have a clip of him doing it in front of another streamer friend. This is the guy who accidentally
You're very happy, but why do you have a dog that is
showed Hasan's prong call?
like he's even using like this what we call a prick band. It's like a collar that is designed to put a little bit of discomfort on the dog, and the man you should not be using it extensively at all if you want to use it, but like that thing is normally used in certain training types, but I'm not liking that. Nope.
Collar for his other dog, right? And he's
So much change, by the way, as well. Like, can you not keep your dog under control, man?
also
What the
a
hell?
criminal Hasan Glazer. They have like a podcast together.
My niece said they all say gay now and the R word. I'm shook. Wait, what do you mean? That's never stopped. That was the case when we were young too. Hey, out. Place. Kaya, place. Go. Go.
You can hear you can hear the button press.
No, place. Enough of this madness.
Madness.
Wow, guys, you see
Madness? You're not even talking to your dog. You're talking to somebody you actually hate. Like, go. Psst, go, place. Go. Get the fuck out of here. Go. Like, not even calling the dog by its name.
opened the gate again. You know when he reached over with his hand? He was
Shocked her again.
obviously
Yeah.
opening the gate. Stop being a schizo. Brother, who is believing this? You are quite clearly pressing a button. It's very obvious. Stop gaslighting everyone. And this man really said, stop the madness. Absolute madness, guys. My dog is moving 10 centimeters. The madness. The world has gone into chaos. It's practically doomsday. How do I deal with this, guys? I'm gonna quit streaming. I can't handle this. My dog won't let me stream, guys. She wants to move. This living creature wants to move. Absolute maniac, dude. And the fact that his scumbag friends actually cover for him is pathetic. Bro keeps reaching for the same area of his desk. Kaya is being tortured on a daily basis. Free Kaya. The people around Kaya don't know she's being mistreated. Talking point is now out. Austin being around his son while he's potentially shocking his dog means he's either blind or complicit. Oh no, all these people know. They know for sure. I mean, they've seen the evidence. They're not like, okay, they're a bit stupid, but
What happens is mostly though people are also scared of him. That's why they don't speak up. Like, yeah, that's why. And if he does it on camera like that, I don't want to know what's behind when the camera shut off, dude. I think the dog gets a beating.
They know, but they know the reality of the situation. They choose to ignore it because they want to support his politics, or this in some way compensated for it, right? Maybe they have a podcast together. Maybe they get a portion of his stream viewers. They're Hasan orbiters. They share a portion of the audience. So they're just incentivized to ignore it. So whenever these people give any sort of explanation, you got to realize that they're bullshitting, all right? They're completely biased and you can't take them seriously at all. Moving on to the internet finally finding out what is on Hasan's table. And what do you know? We were not schizo. We were right all along. It was the fucking remote dude. Best friend Kick did some investigative work and found a sus-looking controller type device on Hasan's desk from a Christmas time stream.
Wide shot. Boom.
That is a shock controller. Yeah, 100%. That's no denying. That is one of the older models that they have. That's like very basic, very handholdy. Yeah, that's a shock collar remote. And the worst part of this is you can also adjust the shock value. So you can even put more stress on the dog with higher voltage. So you're actually hurting your dog and electrocuting it a bit by bit. Yeah, that's a shock collar. If it is a vibration collar, it will be not that robust in model, because I can show you as well. Because it's very easy to find. If you go like Doctra, and you go like this, you can see this is like a multiple version. These are this is the typical that a lot of people use. And you can see here, like, this remote has this antenna and it's like that kind of thing. But if you are looking for more of those products, you can easily find something that he also uses. Let me take a look. There's a lot of those, by the way. Let me see. Because Doctor is like this smoother model always. But you also have these round stuff. I know this because back in the day, people were bragging about it. I absolutely dislike those things. But yeah, that's basically it. You can see how it works. Basically, it's like, yeah, it's pretty hefty stuff, by the way. Like this model, it's like, yeah, you can put it on a lot of voltage. Like, I don't know what it says. Yeah, 127 situational levels. So you can basically shock your dog. Yeah. Yeah. Dog collar. And then we need to find that round remote. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about. You have this circular thing on the top that you can spin, and you see here what kind of voltage this is 25 out of 100. And 100 is basically like it hurts. And you can basically use it like that. And those things are not that expensive as well. Here you haven't got another one. The mini alligator. Like, yeah, another one. You see, it's a basic model, and this is not vibration at all. Like, if you use a vibration collar, you can see basically like, where are those? This is vibration one. It's a lot smaller because it has no electrocuted battery attached to it, right? So like for a vibration collar, like this a tracking control. Yeah, there's a tracking one. But like for vibration, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not that. You can also always see like about how they use it. yeah, this is one without anything. Like there's nothing here. You can see it's nothing. It's very small. Like it's all. It's not that what he's using at all. Like he is using a shock collar. This is one with GPS and vibration. So yeah. And it's in the Netherlands, it's forbidden to use that kind of stuff. So.
Yes, again. Hi, Cap.
Oh, he shoved it out of the way as well. Piece of shit.
No.
Think about going outside. Wow, what could that be? Could
Yeah.
could it possibly be the remote for the shock collar?
Yeah, it is.
Interesting, Hasan. But no, we're all stalkers and schizo. We're making up conspiracy theories. You guys are crazy. The gaslighting has failed. The Hasan Defense Squad has been completely exposed as liars and freaks. By the way, it is a 1-to-1 match with the collar and the remote. Turns out we were right this entire time. And
Yep.
dude, I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're actually vindicated because, I mean, we already knew from the shock collar, right? Where you put tape over it. We already knew the model and everything. Now we have the remote too, bro. Give it up. Just give it up, bro. How much are you gonna lie? And let me tell you what is going to happen. They are still going to deny it, okay? It is, literally proven without a shadow of a doubt. And they will
They can deny everything they want, but you can see under the dog's reaction and the interactions he has with his owner, Mr. Piker, that he has no interest in him in a playful way. He sees him as this commando that is beating him around the place.
will still defend him. Okay, I guarantee you. This is a cult. I hope this situation really opens the eyes of everybody as to how much of a pathological liar Hasan and his friends actually are. It is absolutely disgusting what they've tried to do here and completely brainwash, rewrite the story, and make people forget their own eyes and ears. You got caught red-handed. Stop fucking torching your dog, you piece of shit. So Asmongold responded,
Yes, again. Hi, Cap. No. Don't put the Y shot. Boom. Yes, again. Hi, Cap.
This is the remote for the vibrating gate, I swear. Why does he move this one specific thing out of the frame? It's clearly the ET300 remote that he is literally holding up on his stream. He's hiding it in plain sight. Oh
Yeah,
God.
that's it.
This is the one people thought it was. And
It's the same that I showed.
same spot that it always is in nose clips. Educator ET3000 Mini. Compare this to the back of the remotes. Oh man, Lion Ted, bro, what? So this is 100% unequivocally proven now. If I had to bet on it, I'd bet that this is what happened. Why doesn't he just say he uses it? He never admits that he's wrong, even about like anything really small.
Mr. President, a second shock has hit the dog. Bro hates fascism and abuse of power until he's the one in power. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? His response will be, F it, I'ma say, dude, Americaya deserved 8-300. Poor dog. Shout out to the dude who combed through hours of hell to find this clip. Honestly, the internet detectives have been instrumental in this. And, I've combed through hours of Hasan stream, so I know how it is. I know the feeling. It is absolutely torturous, but we do it for the people. We gotta do it for the people, all right? It's a public service. Send this to the gulag. Moving on to Pokimane. She has commented on the Hasan dog situation. So it all started
About animal abuse. Pokimane, what's her name? Infinity or something? Yeah, they don't like
here.
animals.
Pokimane and Lily Pichu announced that they have canceled their scheduled podcast episode with Hasan. They have a podcast called Sweet and Sour. Small update, hey Taste Buds, this is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be
I think we're gonna leave it right here, right? Because he's not talking about the dog. No, it's not talking about the dog anymore. No. Talking about, oh, wait. I saw... No, it's not about the dog anymore. It's just defending. Yeah, okay. So, I want to show you something. Everybody knows this dude, right? Caesar Milan. He got a lot of videos, by the way. But if you really know him, he uses, back in the early days, he uses extensive materials. And for certain type of dog, he says literally for certain type of dog, you need to use it. This is one of the leashes that you use to correct the dog with a little bit of force. You don't use heavy force at all. As you can see here, like, what is the problem? Like, come on. This dude is like one of the best dog trainers, and not especially dog trainers, but he knows dogs very well, and he knows how to train them. And he has a certain group of people, also like with people with the police and expensive people where I also in work with my hobby. Yeah, he knows what he's done. Okay, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to get dogs the way he wants them to go, within the positive sense in the way I said it. But yeah, he's not shy to even confront dogs, and yeah, like you can see here, he uses also like this type of stuff. But like that's people sometimes uses excessive materials, and yeah, with this kind of sport, we don't use that at all. Like, we train our dogs very well, and we train our dogs very precisely to do certain types of things, and have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I don't know what Mr. Hasan Piker is doing, but it looks like animal abuse, literally animal abuse, because every time I see the dog, it's like very, very, very fearful. So yeah, that's it for today. I will see you guys next time. Later.